Hey, welcome back to a YouTube channel without an identity. So I recently discovered that I was spending my time a little bit too wisely. So I decided to drop all of that and instead watch every single Bung video ever in order to make the perfect tier list, the most accurate one that mankind has ever seen. And disclaimer, I barely touch on a few of these videos, and I absolutely recommend that you go and watch them, especially some of the higher ranked ones, because they are incredibly good, and I don't think you'll want to miss out on them. So rather than going chronologically, I made like the Instagram homepage and just did whatever I wanted instead. And that was, in this case, starting with all the what ifs. And the reason for that is because I wanted to kind of ease myself into the mammoth of a task I was about to take on, and just get a more accurate placement by rewatching everything instead of just going based off of what I remembered. So here's the what if placements. In my favorite what if, number 10, we get some exposition starting off from Dr. Poe. After getting one of the gloves from the garage and another one off of Gas Mask Guy's carcass, they go into the living room and have a glove dance party. And it's so, like, these scenes really speak for themselves. And it's so, like, this... I'm just going to play the clip from my favorite bit in that, and it gets me to laugh, and it's so dumb, but I love it. It's my favorite. And I'm just going to show you now. The realization of them also seeing themselves after watching the Friday the 12th and watching and kind of just becoming like self-aware. I think that's a really fun thing to do, and it's nice to see your favorite characters get existential and then immediately die for it. So good stuff. Also, I kind of skimmed over this part in the video, but I'm pretty sure that this mask and this one are the exact same one, but that doesn't really matter. Something I noticed that could be wrong even. I just thought it was funny. And this is the what if that leads us into Young Bung, and who isn't excited for that? So that's why it's my favorite out of all the what ifs. So I went really back and forth between 10 and 9 and just like, ooh, which one do I like better? Because I think they're both really, really good. And I think some of my favorites from this one were there were two whole blind jokes in it, and the kind of continuation of from the original, from Bumble Boy and the Acrobat, the joke of, that is the worst movie I've ever seen, except the worst movie I've ever heard now, because he's blind, which is the blind joke, one of the two. Then we get to see Dr. Poe looking for the glove, and then the B-roll of that thing, whatever that is, that just makes me laugh. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. I also love the no, 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 no more cutting to Wakanda. I love that joke. And the one at the end after Dr. Poe leaves and they're like, we just got robbed, right? I also liked seeing footage from what would have been Bung Bros and the 12 Stones, and getting a little peek at what that could have been. And the ending to this one I think is hilarious, and I won't spoil that. I think you should go watch that for yourself, but yeah, I thought it was so funny the first time I saw it. Okay, my next favorite one. This one gets me really excited, and it's so stupid. My next one on the list is number 6, and maybe I'm just a sucker for the hello bozo, the like dancing squirrel joke, all that, and that's all it is. I don't know. I just really like that one. There's nothing to say about it other than that. Moving on. And next is number 4, and I'm not sure really why I like this one so much. This one is, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I think it's cool to use the unused footage from before, and that's kind of clever. And I like once again, whatever that was pretty good, I guess, whatever that is. Yeah, that's all I got for it. I just like that one. This one's also pretty simple. I just like the screaming sound effect. That's a pretty good one. One of the best sound effects in my opinion. That'll be the next tier list. And I also like the jump scare at the end of Jordan. All right, next is number 5, and I don't really know what to say about this one because I remembered liking it more than like looking back at it. I'm like, oh, that's not that good. Not terrible, not super offending or anything. It's just I remembered liking it more than I liked it on a rewatch. So that's why it's where it is, wherever it ends up being. I don't have the tier list right in front of me, and I didn't write that down. Mr. Poe isn't heavily featured as a character, but he is a fan favorite. Me, the fan. And I don't know, I just like the silly sound effects once again, and that's all I got on this one. I feel like this placement might upset some people, but this is where I'm putting it. It's a little low. Number 1 I don't think is like offending in any way. I think it's a really like middle ground one. I just don't have a lot to say about it. This one itself is like a mini YTP, and that's all the explanation I'm going to give for its placement. You'll see when I get to the YTPs that, yeah, it gets ugly. No, it's not. And if you had trouble keeping up with that, just know that 7 is at the bottom, above 7 is normally 8, but 8 is actually above 6 and below 9 and 10, while 7 is actually below 1. Of course, above 1 is 3 and 5, and between 6 and 5 is 4 and 2. So that should clear things up. So, moving swiftly along, I'd like to talk about my 2 personal favorites of the entire Bung franchise. And if you know me, or maybe you've seen them yourself, you probably know which ones I'm about to bring up. And that is the 2 trailers that they made for Bung Bros and the Order of the 12 Stones. I don't know how exactly to put into words why these 2 in particular stand out to me so much, or to everyone really, because I hear the same thing when you ask anybody about it. But I think in general the quality went way up on these 2. We were promised the introduction to a few new faces, a bunch new characters, and there were lots of blanks for your mind to fill in, lots of questions that we had about the series. And of course the music choice was impeccable as always, and I'm going to give the edge to the black and white one just ever so slightly on the tier list. Now let's talk about the YTP era. What a strange time in Bung Studios history. We're coming off some of the best videos the channel has ever seen, and they're hyping up their new project, The Order of the 12 Stones, and... No, this can't be! No! Okay, calm down. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks. Maybe it's... Let's look, let's take a look. Let's see, I'm gonna throw up. I'm throwing up. You're making me throw up right now. Alright, I don't want to dwell on it for too long. I think they get better as they go along. I even put the 3rd one above some of the what ifs. I just think that, it's whatever. There's good and bad from each. I'll play some clips of the good and bad, and I'll let you decide what's what.
Crab Fest is back, and I'm diving into so much crap.
Seriously, Bumble Boy? Like Bumble Billy? Right? He wants the gauntlet.
It's a glove.
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 Whatever, man.
Glove.
So.
I'm the imposter.
No, man, you're thinking of...
He has the glove.
Okay, we finally made it to the big boys of the Bung Studios films that have been released. And starting with the OG Bumble Boy and the Acrobat, obviously this is the best film to ever be released by Bung Studios. You have such classic scenes like the origin story, robbing the homeless, the betrayal, and the shot that's in focus. We also get our first taste of the Bung Studios soundtrack that we have come to know and love, which I cannot play by any means for very obvious reasons. But yeah, we're gonna put this one in S tier, baby. There it goes. There, look, there, right there, S tier, nice. Alright, and moving on to the prologue. I cannot get over just how long the intro is, okay? You need to understand. I get it. It's for the joke. I understand that. It's a joke. It's a funny joke. It's a joke I could see myself making, especially in reference to older movie or just similar length intro just for the funny, because it's funny, you know? But I've had enough, okay? It's too long. Anyways, I think every single human being has kind of forgotten that BUNG is actually an acronym that stands for Benefiting Undivided Nuclear Garrison. And I think the main reason probably for that is it's actually an acrostic. You see, an acronym is just a way of abbreviating a group of words using the first letter of each word. But an acrostic is when each individual word, each first letter of that word spells out a word in itself, like bung. And that's why this one is going in the B tier for bung. God. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of put Reality Heist in the A tier and then didn't write anything down for it. So it's sitting comfortably there and I'm fine with that, okay? But listen, Dr. Poe was in it and I like him, and it was the intro for Thor, which I forgot about.
You're like up here and you need to bring it down here. Oh my god.
So that was pretty, like, but yeah, that's all I got, okay? Sue me. Don't sue me. Don't do that. The Bung Bros bloopers. Thus far. I actually enjoyed getting some good financial advice.
I know I'm gonna get it, but I'm like, can I try the honey walnut shrimp and I get the sample so that I can eat that extra shrimp?
You might be the smartest person I've ever met in my life.
That is likely.
As well as seeing Jake being mad at people for what looks like little to no reason. And especially, I mentioned this on stream when I first watched this one, but...
Welcome back! Why are you looking into the camera? Oh. Welcome back! Welcome back!
Oh my god.
Welcome back!
He never says that either, huh? He never comes back after that.
I don't think so.
So this was all just for nothing, which is great. He's trying so hard. That scene never gets used ever, so that was pretty cool to see. Oh, and I almost forgot about this part, but the call from Grandma, that was also pretty good. I like that.
Hey, I'm filming Bung Bros right now.
The Bung Studios special announcement. I think everyone can agree here that this change in ownership, as short as it might have reigned, was probably the first time that Bung Studios was good.
This is a very different video. And I know my mic quality is good and I don't have a camera, but I just wanted to make this quick announcement.
And we're gonna stick it in C tier. Yeah, C. I actually don't think it's as bad as Jordan and Jake made it out to be when they did their tier list video. And the great thing about doing mine completely alone is there's no one to argue with me. So this is... Okay, I don't remember what I said. I spent all that time looking for in thesaurus for the word I was trying to think of, and I just don't know what it was. So, what can you say about Bung Rose Bloopers Volume 2 that hasn't already been said about the first? No, I'm asking. What can you, like... Okay, but for real. I still enjoyed watching everyone mess up their lines and just be silly, goofing around. I think that's really fun, and I think it's cool to have bloopers like that. And I'll put it right next door to the original.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I do something for Bung Studios.
This transition will always get me. It is so funny, and it is the Young Bung announcement. I never wrote that down in the script. And the rest of it has the same really good sense of humor. Okay, doing this out of order was clearly a horrible idea. I never wrote anything down for Bung Bros and the Order of the 12 Stones. What is it called? Big Game Teaser. God, what a mouthful. I initially had it in tier A, but after some deliberating with myself and also just seeing too many in the A tier, I moved it down to B, and that's all I got for that one. And finally, the Young Bung breaking news clip. I think I must have been really tired when I saw it on stream, and it's the last one that I had to watch when I was writing everything down. So I wasn't in the best of moods, but I actually really liked this one. Particularly, I liked the crossbow joke or whatever it was.
That crossbow's not real, stupid. Oh, hell no.
Something like that. It's hard to remember. And the teabagging joke of the streamer. I can only hope to be there myself someday in my streaming career. I mean, I can only cross my fingers so much. And that was supposed to be the last one, but I also never wrote down anything for the Gorilla Grodd one, which is, obviously this was my dumb idea, but it hurts. It still hurts. I really don't have anything for this one. I liked the Gorilla Grodd one. The costume looks incredible. I loved seeing them run around in the rain with it on. The music was awesome. Just seeing him pound his chest. You know, I'm a big monkey guy. I love monkeys. I'll probably show some pictures of the monkey stuff I have. I don't know what you call that. But yeah, I like the Gorilla Grodd one. I put it, let me look at the tier list, in B, because there's not that much going on, but it is good. And there you have it, the correct answers to every Bung Studios video and where they should be ranked in this tier list. I hope you all really enjoyed this video, because I had a good time making it, even though it was really messy, between me doing things out of the order and forgetting things, and just me not being able to remember what I've written down for me to say. It's been a lot, and I appreciate you sticking all the way through to the end of the video. And I know this is a tier list video, but I guess I would say you could call it a commentary or video essay, maybe. Kind of in that style, maybe not necessarily one of those. And those are the kinds of videos that I hope to do a little bit more of in the future. Still some old stuff and even some more new stuff, but yeah, I hope you stick around for all that. So yeah, I hope you really liked it. Have a beautiful night. See ya.